Hello, this is the NYC DOE Work-Based Learning Toolkit instructional video for editing both the online and paper versions of this website and toolkit. This recording is basically mirroring the instructions, the printed instructions for how to edit the site. So each of the video sections is going to go ahead and match each of these instructional sections. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the skills involved in doing this work. So to add or edit files, users should have a working knowledge of Microsoft Word and its track change functions, as well as Adobe Acrobat Pro and WordPress. If Excel spreadsheet files are to be shared through the site, it is recommended that they be stored in a Dropbox or Google Doc folder and accessed through a link posted on the site. We recommend that if you're editing, updating, or adding to the Work-Based Learning Toolkit, that you familiarize yourself with the toolkit website and the content. All content's created in Word, converted to a PDF, and stored in a shared Dropbox. Definitely print out a copy of the master file and keep it handy. It'll help you understand the breadth and the content and the structure of the toolkit. So let's go ahead and look at some of these things that we just talked about. So the Dropbox folder name, which should be in your Dropbox, is NYC DOE WBL Toolkit. And if you go ahead and click on that, you'll see that there's a folder structure that matches the organization of the toolkit. And if you go into the template style and edit notes, you'll see two files in there. You'll see the process guide, which is what these trainings are modeled after, as well as the master file list, which you can just go ahead and open up in Word. And this has a list of everything that's in the toolkit. So that's why it's super important that you print it out and get accustomed to it so that you know what's in there. This content parallels the website. Some of it has been turned into web pages, and some of it is just downloadable content. It is important to be familiar with the organization of the library, as well as to be familiar with these documents. You'll see in this master file list that some of these items have a W next to them. And that means that there's a web page version as well as a downloadable version. For example, if you take a look at the guest speaker fact sheet on the website, we'll just go ahead and go there. You'll see this is content where if you were to have to update that, you'd have to update it on the website as well as the downloadable version. So website content, as well as the downloadable version of the content. So two things you have to be aware of when there's a W next to stuff. And then the other item that sometimes is next to documents is F, and then that'll mean fillable PDF. Fillable PDF just needs to be edited Adobe Acrobat. So just a reminder that this is going to be organized so that there's a video for each section in the manual. And just a reminder that that manual is in the template and style guide edit notes, and then it's the process guide. So there is a video for editing files, so that walks you through the process of editing existing files in the toolkit and all of the implications for editing a file and how to keep the organization. Then there's a video for uploading those PDF files for download, so just the entire process of how you do that on the site and all the places in which you need to do that. There's a section for how to edit the content that is on the page, so where we've actually turned toolkit content into web content. There is then 2 sections, each with its own video, about how to and what's involved when you add a new file to the toolkit. So not editing an existing fact sheet or anything, but actually adding a new file, and what you need to consider so that you maintain the organization in all the various places where you need to maintain it. And then when you have a new file, what else you might need to consider when adding it to the library. That's up and beyond what you had to consider when you were merely updating an existing file. So go ahead and check and see which of these reflects what it is you're trying to do, and check it out.